How you doing? This is Abraham Hernandez from Healthy Journey Now. People who have never been overweight don't get it. They don't really understand what we go through. Everyone assumes it's all about what our appearance is, but it's so much more. All of us have someone close who is overweight, be it a spouse, a parent, a child, a grandchild, a fellow worker, or even a good friend. When you consider that 2/3 of our population is overweight and 1/3 is obese, it is very important for you to understand what we go through. Understanding and support for those of us who are overweight is key if we're going to find any success. Overweight people can't hide obesity because it is evident. It's not like you leave your house and you hide your obesity, your overweightness. It comes with you. No matter how we dress, people will know we're fat, we're big, we're obese, whatever they call us. It's not like alcoholics or drug addicts or child abusers who can't hide and go undercover. There's no camouflage for us. It's who we are, and you see it. It's out there for you to see. Our appearance announces to the world who we are, or what you think who we are. But that is only a small part of the picture. I wanted to speak on this only because when I talk to people who don't have a weight problem, they just don't have a clue and just assume so many misconceptions about big people. I want to share just a few of what we go through daily, and we'll talk more about this in future videos. One of the things that happens when you're overweight, you get a lot of free advice without even asking for it. If they wear a size smaller than you, they automatically become your doctor or expert. This is very true of relatives who, while eating a hamburger, tell you you should be eating fruits because they don't have a weight problem, but you should be eating fruits. Why don't you just stop eating? They always tell me that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just starve to death. It's that easy. Stop taking drugs. Stop eating. I mean, come on. Are you kidding? If it was that easy, nobody'd be overweight. You are automatically considered lazy and incompetent. They look at you and they go, oh yeah, here. He's not going to get anything done. They figured you're always sitting around doing nothing, not realizing that your size limits your exercise. I'm sorry, I'm going to go play tennis match at 3 with my 400-pound body. You want to join me? Come on. You can do better than that. How about fashion? Oh, that's the killer, especially for women. Hard to find clothes, and when you do find, the styles are so slim. I mean, I would go to even JCPenney, Sears. I mean, they had no clothes for me. I mean, and regular men's stores, forget it. Okay, you had to go to these certain stores, big and man tall stores. Okay, and the clothes were there was no style to the clothes. You walk into the store like I did one day, and the person at the store tells you, "Hey," from across the hall, the store, he yells out to me, "Hey, we don't sell clothes for your size." Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that you announced to the whole world how you felt about me. This is what we go through. And then there's all those mirrors when you go into the changing room, making it evident how you look, and you're looking at yourself on the left and the right and the front and the back, just like you needed to be reminded what you look like. And it's enough for you not to want to shop, or what's the use of buying clothes? And this is what happens to us. You know, the clothes they show you on the mannequin look really great on a 160-pound man, but when we put it on, it looks very different. Very different. So we're watching that we don't wear anything with polka dots. We make sure we don't wear anything with plaid because it makes us look bigger. Like there's anything that can actually make us look smaller. Then to make it even worse, we got to pay so much extra for these clothes that are out of style. Okay? And limited in variety. Then we are the butt of jokes. Did you hear the story of the fat guy? you're starting to hear less and less, but on comedy shows and when I used to entertain customers and I take them to shows, there was always a fat guy joke. And I laughed only because inside I was crying. You see on movie all the shows where the big guy is always eating everything in sight. That's where they have the big guy. Okay? He's usually the clumsy guy, the guy who can't get anything done. He's not the smart guy, he's not the genius. He's always the happy-go-lucky guy that everyone likes to be around with, but doesn't ever get married to that pretty girl. You don't want to go swimming because you get those cold stares going to the swimming pool and you just want to run back into your room. Then there are the stupid questions, and we could spend a whole day of all the dumb questions that we get asked. How do you travel on a plane? And you get tired of hearing that. Do you take 2 seats or 3 seats? How do you strap yourself in? Hey, I know the problem. Why do you have to remind me of flying? Because I used to fly an awful lot. Why don't you join a gym? Duh. Wow, why didn't I think of that? Why don't you join a gym? Jesus. I've been thinking for months, what am I going to do? Join a gym is a great idea. When you go there, everybody is slim and trim. The women look gorgeous. The men, they look like Hercules or they're thin. And here I am, 425-pound guy. I'm in the gym. What am I going to do next? Really feel great. Hey, do you wear elastic on your clothes so your pants don't fall, okay? So they can stretch? Great question. Why do you eat so much? I got to think about that. Why do you eat so much? Because I love to. I love to look like this. No matter what I ate, they always said, why do you eat so much? And if I ate a salad, they thought I was hiding my eating habits, okay? The other question is, why are you so fat? Kids used to come up to me. I'm in Burger King or in a plane. They say, Mister, why are you so fat? Okay, they thought I was part of the circus. You getting the picture? I mean, what is happening to your mind, your heart, when you're being bombarded with this kind of questioning and the looks and stares every day? Why don't you like to take pictures? Geez, I want to expose to the world. I want to be on Facebook every day. I want 425 pounds, and I want to be all over Facebook. I want every photograph to have my picture. That's the last thing. I would be in the back. I would be in where my head is exposed and nothing else is seen. That's why I have so little pictures when I was overweight, because when I saw a camera, I ducked. How about sports? I used to be big in sports when I was in high school and college, playing basketball, racquetball. But when I got overweight, man, sports got out of the question. How do you feel at a picnic when they asked you to play? Hey, we're going to play soccer. And I could barely get out of the chair and it's hot and I'm sweating. Then when I watch the kids play, when I see my kids playing, and they're playing with somebody else's dad, somebody else's uncle, and I can't go out there because I can't play baseball or football, how do you think I feel? You don't get asked to go out a lot with your friends because they don't think you can do much. So you don't even get asked. Let's talk about job opportunities. I apply for a job, and many people do, and they call you up and they say, come on for an interview. We looked at your resume and you're exactly the person we need. We're looking for a person just like you, with all the things you've accomplished, all the places you've worked. You definitely have the credential. Come on in and let's make this official, an interview. And the minute you walk in there and they see you and you can see that cold stare at the job interview, and they pretty much forgot and started listening to what you're saying. They forgot everything was in that resume, and all they're looking at is this fat guy who's sitting in front of them, and they're going, I don't want to hire you. That's not what they're saying, but their eyes and their mind is telling you. They stopped listening to you, and they're making a million assumptions. They forgot everything that I accomplished, all the things that I've done in my life, for my past employers. And they just assume. And then they tell you, hey, you got a great resume. I love the interview. Why don't we get back to you? We'll let you know what our decision is. Lastly, let's talk about health. And again, we could spend hours and hours in talking about what people who are overweight go through. First of all, it's difficult to breathe. You're gasping and wheezing all the time. You know, my kids used to ask me, damn, Pops, are you okay? You're going to have a heart attack or something? Simple tasks make you huff and puff. Just going to the backyard, okay, to try to mow the lawn. Boy, I was having a hard time. Walking takes a lot of effort. To walk in the mall, you know, I got to cut it short, sitting down a lot, especially malls that don't have a lot of chairs. One of the things that really bothered me was tying my shoes. I couldn't reach because my arms and my stomach was so big. It was such a challenge to tie my shoes or trim my nails. I couldn't trim my nails. I had to have my wife trim my nails. Couldn't do it. Then heart disease is a common problem for us. Extra fat puts pressure on your heart, your lungs, your bones, and it aches all over your body. You're carrying another body with you. And increased chances of stroke, diabetes, and also premature death, which is something that I thought about. It's something that's always in the back of your mind. Because it's proven people who are as big as I was at one time, you know, you're looking at premature death. And lastly, a subject that we could spend days and days talking about is depression. We could talk an awful lot. When you listen to everything that I've said already and could have said, there's no wonder why people who are big and overweight hide in their houses, don't go out much, and go through depression. Not only because about the way we feel about ourselves, but also the way we're perceived by the rest of the world, by our employers, by our friends, by our families. It can make anybody depressed. I want to tell you, please don't worry, because we'll always be found cute and chubby, and you are the crowd pleaser. But it's a lonely world, since most of the time, we can't participate in so much stuff. Quality of life is poor for us, and the future looks bleak. So why do you eat so much? And why don't you not exercise? Those are the things we don't want to hear. We don't want to hear that. We know that already. But I want you to also know, and I want you to understand this. Don't feel sorry for us, but support whatever we do, your family, your friends. Support them, whatever, help them in any way you can. We're smart, we're intelligent people, we're incredibly talented people who have so much to offer the world, but have a problem we have to deal with, and we need your help. So the next time you're with or see a large person, have a heart. Don't assume so much, but care and love them like anyone else. We're an awesome people dealing with a body we want to change. The inside is phenomenal, but you could only see the outside. We're an awesome, awesome people dealing with a body we want to change. And we don't need you to add to the misery. For those of you who want to lose weight and find it difficult, I want to let you know there is hope by changing your lifestyle and eating habit. It can be done. I did it. And I did it all by myself with God's help. You can be the person you want to be. The person you want to be on the outside. And it does wonders for the inside. Join me on this journey to better health. My name is Abraham Hernandez, and I'm an example of what can be done if you put your mind to it. Bless you all.